You're listening to KEXP. We're listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle, online round the world at KEXP.org. I'm Cheryl Waters, so excited to have Purity Ring live in the studios today. Welcome.
Thank you.
Want to kick us off with a couple of songs?
Yeah.
So lovely. Purity Ring live here in the KEXP studios, the new album, Another Eternity. It is so wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's been a long time. We've wanted to have you come by for quite a while.
Yeah, we were looking forward to it.
I know from reading interviews that you guys have known each other for a pretty long time, and I'm wondering when and how you met. Was it through music, or are we talking like back in the sandbox on the playground?
Not quite that far. We both played music just growing up in Edmonton and met going to shows and mutual friends, bands, and Corin was a drummer in a lot of bands, and I played the piano, and we always thought we would, or like talked about, or like one day we should do something together. So
pretty much.
turned into this.
It's such a beautiful sound, and so much was talked about when Shrines came out, what an original sound it was, which is harder to do than you know, to come up with something new in music. And coming up with the new album, I'm wondering how you kind of launched off from where you were with Shrines. I understand that you made Shrines living in different cities, and for the first time you worked together in the same place on this record, and I'm wondering how that transition kind of worked its way into this record and the sound of it.
I think it was sort of just taking it seriously, being like, we're a band now, we're going to make another record. We would do it together. It made sense. Whereas with Shrines, we couldn't always be in the same city. So, yeah, we weren't able to work together in Shrines just because we couldn't like fly to meet each other or anything like that. But we really made that a priority for the new one. We're like, we have to, this is what we're doing now, so we should kind of put everything into it and work on stuff together and try and collaborate more closely.
I know that you produced both your records, and I'm wondering, and I know you've worked with other people producing other music in the most recent years, but was Shrines the first album that you actually worked on producing? Because it's amazing.
In a way, yes. Like previous to starting this band, I was working at a recording studio, so I was recording. I didn't really work on anything electronic. Like I was just kind of recording local bands and stuff, like with that had drums and guitars. So that was kind of my introduction to just understanding how music works when you're layering things together and that kind of thing. But with Shrines, that was my first real attempt at trying to kind of create something completely electronic, and I think that's kind of maybe why it turned out the way it did, is just because you can kind of hear like the I don't know, me trying to figure things out and ending up at different places than I would have if I actually really knew what I was doing.
Well, I actually asked because I think it's a beautiful and very well realized record, but
thank you.
And it came out quite a long time ago, and you were touring so much, performing so many live shows, and you obviously have lived a lot of life, which you can put into this record, but a lot more experience that you can put into it as well. So I'm thinking, was that exciting? What did it feel like when you were starting to make this record? I understood that you didn't spend the last 3 years writing and working on it.
No, we spent 1 year. We took a bit of time off where Korn was working on. Anyway, we were both doing sort of other things, but and touring. We just didn't work on it when we toured. But yeah.
Did it feel weird to come back to it after so long? I mean, it was about a year and a half.
It was really slow. We were like, we have to make a record. What is it going to be? What are we going to do? And it was like more questions than answers. So, but once we started moving, it was pretty comfortable and settled into.
It's intimidating to start from scratch. Like we didn't really have like song ideas kicking around from last time, or like things that we had been working on. Like it came to a point where like, okay, like enough time has gone by, we really need to start working on our second record, and we had nothing. So we're kind of like, oh wow, where do we start? Like how do you it's like, I'm gonna write a book, and you're like, all right, page number 1. It's kind of tough. So that's something we're hoping to kind of avoid on the third record too. Like hopefully we're gonna be able to keep kind of coming up with ideas and feeling creative, even though we're still touring and stuff, so that when it comes time to really get into the third album, hopefully we'll have some stuff in our pockets already.
We don't yet.
But we're hoping to.
Well, this one is just only recently out, and your shows are selling out everywhere you go, and your live shows are incredible. And I know you have a hand in all the creative stuff surrounding your record, the album cover, amazing. And your live show is always just such a full sort of sense experience. Can you tell me a little bit about the live show for this tour, which I have yet to see?
We have, I guess, playing live for, we've always been kind of careful as an electronic band, knowing we can't just play how we do at home, because we don't really play at home, we just write really. But yeah, being involved in every element of it, of the visual aspect of this band that we can, is just like an extension of the music, it feels like. And it makes the show really comfortable for us and ours. Like it, I feel, I guess the way I feel on stage is, comes a lot from feeling like it's like, I want to be careful. It's like my baby or something. It's like, yeah.
Well, this is
you feel like a baby up there.
I do.
This feels like a very personal record.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It is.
Well, I highly recommend you see Purity Ring when you get the chance. Another Eternity is the new album, and would love to hear more music.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll give you 2 more songs.
The fire. begin again. Begin again, begin again, begin again. Begin again, begin again, begin again. My moon, oh my moon, not even into another eternity. Will stop your lovely orbiting. I had held it a world away until my body can say now. I need not one thing more. Oh, wrap the ground around your gentle winding mind. Oh, guard the pounding sound. Breathe in your fiery air. Oh, wrap the ground around. Get back and hungry or starve. Oh, guard the pounding sound. You be the moon, I'll be the earth. And when we burst, start over. Oh, darling, begin again, begin again, begin again. You be the moon, I'll be the earth. And when we burst, start over. Oh, darling, begin again, begin again, begin again. Begin again, begin again, begin again. Begin again, begin again, begin again. You be the moon, I'll be the earth. And when we burst, start over. Oh, darling, begin again, begin again, begin again. You be the moon, I'll be the earth. And when we burst, start over. Oh, darling, begin again, begin again, begin again.
Utterly enchanting. That was amazing. Purity Ring live here in the KEXP studios. The new album, Another Eternity. That's out on 4AD Records. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. I'm just trying to
Thank
get the
you.
mic out of here. Okay. Thanks for having us. That was lovely.
It was. It was
Yeah.
quite lovely. You've got to tune to KEXP Seattle. Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.